Hey, this is Jay Noonan on day 3 of the LA Poker Classic, and we're on break. But I grabbed my man Daniel Negreanu real quick. I want to ask you 2 quick questions. First, how you feeling about Canada hockey right now?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. I'm glad the game's over because now I can focus a little more on the poker, even though I did good the first 2 levels, but I was pretty much glued to the screen, as was about the 5 or 6 other Canadians. I think about 8 Canadians entered and 6 of them were left because we're also very good at poker.
I noticed that.
And the plan A is to get all 6 of us hosers at the final table, right? So that's what we're going to do, just win this thing and take another one back for Canada.
Yeah, and most of the people in the room were actually watching the game. It was funny because all heads were turned to the big screen because director Matt Savage put it on the big screen for everybody. Speaking of Matt Savage, we're now going into what some consider to be the greatest level ever, the 918 $300 ante. How you liking the structure?
First of all, even without the 918, okay, even without it, this was the best structure we've ever had, period, in poker, because I've mentioned it before. The ante structure is proper. We don't waste too much time early. This whole deep stack, deep stack stuff that people are pushing, like, oh, it's so great. They just don't get it. Me and Matt, I understand it, but what you give up for all this extra play early is you destroy the structure late. What he does is we have a steady amount of big blinds throughout the entire tournament. So there's like 70 or 80 big blinds per player, average. That's insanely good. What that does is it eliminates the amount of like 20 to 30 big blind stacks. There's not as many of those, because when that happens, you have to play different. You have to play tighter because these guys just move in on you and it's correct. But now there's fewer of those stacks, so like a small ball works even better with a structure like this, and that's why I love it so much.
Are you surprised at the rate that people are busting out despite the structure, though?
No, because that's the great thing that people don't understand. When you get the antes right, okay, and when you get the antes right and you force people to play, you force people to defend their blinds, things like that, you get a lot more confrontations. You actually bust more players in a way because you have a lot more flops and people make pairs and 2-pair kind of hands. When you have that stupid kind of poker where it's just move all in, it's okay, someone raises, everyone folds, someone raises, or somebody moves all in. The only time you get a confrontation is when 2 people have, ace-king against queens. Here, a guy raised with jack-9 suited, 2 6s called, the flop's a 9, 6 deuce, there's a bet, there's a call, there's a guy makes jacks and 9s, boom, bust. So it still is going to happen. It's just going to happen in a much more like poker-like way instead of the crapshooty all-in stuff.
Exactly. Well, as we get back to break, we got about a couple minutes left. How many chips you got going into this?
I got me about 300 city. Something like that. 3 city.
That puts you, if not the chip leader, right at it. So, yes.
It's all good. This 100. I'm not even worried about that. I'm just worried about maintaining and building.
Going to bust your cash cherry for this year?
My cash cherry? Well, I did cash in the Premier League. I came 4th in that. But, it feels like I will. I mean, I've done really good in every tournament I played in terms of, I made out of day 1 every time. I bubbled in all first 4. If I bubble here, I'll be very disappointed.
I don't think that's going to happen. So, but hey, thanks for talking to us. Get back to the tables, man. Way to go, Canada hockey. Yeah. Getting back to the 918 $300 ante level here at the LAPC, we have 127 players left with 72 cashing. So this is Jay Noonan from the LA Poker Classic.